Most people think grain is everything, but if your eggshells are brittle or your hens look ragged, they're not hungry for calories. They're starving for minerals. You could go out and drop $50 on a bag of supplements, or you could look in your own trash can. Today, I'm showing you the 3 things I stopped throwing away to bring my mineral costs down to exactly 0. When you open your coop door in the morning and find a soft, rubbery egg that collapses under the slightest touch of your thumb, your first instinct is probably to panic and drive straight to the local agricultural supply store. You see that fragile shell and imagine your entire investment crumbling away. The commercial feed industry counts on this exact fear to keep you buying plastic bags of processed oyster shell month after month. What they do not tell you is that your kitchen already generates the exact solution to this problem every single day. To understand how to fix this without spending a single dime, you have to look at how a hen actually manufactures an egg. A standard laying hen requires around 4 grams of pure calcium to create a single shell, and she must deposit this mineral over a continuous 20-hour cycle inside her shell gland. If her daily diet lacks this precise amount, her internal systems do not simply stop laying eggs. Instead, her body begins to systematically strip calcium directly from her own skeletal structure, drawing from her medullary bone reserves to coat the egg. Over a few months, this internal depletion causes her bones to become dangerously brittle, her feathers to lose their natural luster, and her overall egg production to drop off a cliff. You are not dealing with a feed deficit, you are dealing with a metabolic breakdown that can be resolved by closing a loop that is currently broken in your backyard. Many backyard flock owners try to fix this by tossing raw, empty eggshells straight from the kitchen counter back into the chicken run. This is a massive mistake that I learned the hard way a few seasons ago when I kept a small flock of 6 hybrid layers on a tight suburban lot. I had a colander full of fresh, wet shells left over from a large weekend breakfast, and out of pure laziness, I dumped them directly onto the dirt in front of the coop. Within 48 hours, the hens had developed a taste for raw egg yolk. Because the shells were still wet and retained their distinct oval shape, the birds quickly associated the eggs in their nesting boxes with a rich, fatty snack. I walked out on Tuesday morning to find 2 of my best layers actively puncturing a freshly laid brown egg, licking the contents off the straw. It took me 3 long weeks of placing heavy wooden decoy eggs in the boxes, darkening the nesting area with thick curtains, and suffering through intense frustration to break that single bad habit. That costly oversight taught me that you must always transform the mineral before you reintroduce it to the flock. The raw shell must be completely stripped of its identity so that the chicken never connects the white flake in her feeder with the object she leaves behind in the nest. The correct method requires a simple multi-step process that takes less than 20 minutes of active time and turns your kitchen waste into a pristine mineral supplement. You begin by collecting every single eggshell your household consumes inside an old ice cream pail or a wide glass jar kept right next to your sink. Do not worry about rinsing the inner membranes, but let the shells dry out naturally in the open air for a few days so they lose their stickiness. Once you have accumulated around 40 or 50 shells, spread them out evenly across a large flat baking sheet. Slide the tray into your oven and set it to its lowest setting, somewhere around 250 degrees. As the heat penetrates the metal tray, a distinct, deeply toasted, slightly nutty aroma will begin to fill your kitchen. This sensory shift is your indication that the process is working correctly. The dry heat accomplishes 2 critical tasks at once. It destroys any latent bacteria like salmonella that might be lingering on the surface, and it bakes the inner protein membrane until it becomes completely brittle and paper dry. Leave the tray in the oven for about 15 minutes until the white edges turn a very pale, sandy brown color. When you pull the pan out of the oven, the transformation will be instantly apparent to your touch. The shells will no longer feel rubbery, pliable, or soft. When you press down on them with the palm of your hand, they will crackle and snap like dry autumn leaves in November. From here, you can place the baked pieces into a heavy canvas bag and smash them with a wooden rolling pin or pass them through a manual hand crank food grinder. Your goal is to break the material down into small, irregular, non-reflective flakes that measure roughly 2 millimeters across, which is roughly the size of a standard grain of white rice. At this size, the visual pattern of the egg is completely obliterated. The hens will see it as an anonymous grit, not a food source from the nest. Place these dried flakes into a separate dedicated mineral hopper inside the run, rather than mixing them directly into their main feed trough. Chickens are remarkably good at regulating their own intake. A hen who needs calcium will stop by the hopper and take a few flakes. A rooster or a young pullet will simply walk past it. Their bodies already know they don't need it, and skipping it protects their kidneys from overload. Your immediate homework for tomorrow morning is very simple. When you prepare your breakfast, do not throw your eggshells into the main garbage liner where they will be buried in a landfill. Place them in a dedicated bowl on your counter and press your thumb against the raw edge to judge its current thickness. This simple daily check gives you a direct reading on the health of your flock. However, you might follow these processing steps perfectly and still notice thin, chalky shells or ragged feathers on your birds a month from now. Many flock owners encounter this roadblock and assume they simply need to feed more shells, or they give up and go back to buying commercial supplements. Here's the truth. Calcium is useless without the right internal environment. If the pH inside your hen is off, or if her gut lacks the right conditions, her body simply cannot absorb the mineral. Your carefully recycled shells just pass straight through her and end up on the coop floor as waste while her bones keep thinning out. To unlock that calcium and ensure it actually enters her bloodstream, we must address the internal chemistry of the bird, which brings us directly to a fine gray powder that most people sweep out of their wood stoves and discard in the woods. The transition from calcium absorption to total gut health relies entirely on an old-school homestead material that costs absolutely nothing. Clean wood ash from a traditional fireplace or a backyard fire pit is not dead waste. It is a highly concentrated repository of calcium carbonate, potassium, magnesium, and active carbon particles. When you understand how this material functions inside a living creature, you will stop viewing it as a cleanup chore. When a chicken walks through her environment, her beak constantly contacts the ground, leading to the regular ingestion of minor soil pathogens, mold spores from damp bedding, and small systemic toxins that slow down her metabolic efficiency. By introducing clean wood ash into her routine, you provide her with a natural continuous detoxification system. The microscopic charcoal particles within the ash act exactly like the activated carbon filters found in high-end human drinking water systems. They attract and bind to internal impurities, neutralizing harmful compounds within the gut and stabilizing the overall internal pH. This stabilization is the exact trigger that allows the small intestine to efficiently pull calcium out of the recycled eggshells and route it directly to the shell gland. The benefits of this gray powder extend far beyond internal digestion. It serves as your primary line of defense against external parasites that can silently destroy your flock's productivity. External pests like northern fowl mites and common poultry lice are the bane of the small-scale chicken keeper. They hide in the dark cracks of your wooden roosts during the heat of the day and crawl onto your hens at night, biting their skin, drinking their blood, and causing immense physical stress. A heavy mite infestation can reduce a hen's annual egg production by around 40% and leave her skin raw, red, and completely bare of feathers around her vent. Instead of buying expensive chemical dusts or synthetic sprays that carry warning labels and require egg withdrawal periods, you can use the natural properties of wood ash to create an impenetrable barrier. You do not need a measuring cup or a scale for this process. Walk out to your cold wood stove and scoop up a couple of good handfuls of the finest, silkiest gray ash you can find. Just make sure it comes from clean hardwood, not charcoal briquettes or pressure-treated lumber scraps. Take those handfuls of ash and walk out to the dry corner of your chicken run, where the birds have naturally hollowed out a shallow dust bathing spot in the dirt. As you let the ash fall from your fingers into the soil, you will feel its dry velvet texture, and a small, silent gray cloud will briefly drift through the air before settling into the dirt. The hens will watch this process with intense interest. Within seconds of you stepping back, they will crowd into the treated hollow, digging their claws into the mixture and throwing the fine gray powder high over their backs. They will lie on their sides, kicking their legs and flapping their wings to drive the ash deep down through their outer feathers until it reaches the absolute base of their skin. This behavior is not just a playful game, it is a vital grooming ritual that serves as a visual moment of proof for the system. The microscopic structure of wood ash is highly abrasive to soft-bodied insects but completely harmless to the bird. The fine silica and alkaline salts in the ash physically cut through the protective waxy coating of the mites and lice. The parasites dehydrate and die within a few days. And as a bonus, That same ash binds to moisture in the bedding and kills the sharp ammonia smell you probably live with right now. Even with a perfect balance of calcium and a clean, parasite-free environment courtesy of your wood ash pile, your chickens will still fail to thrive if their feed remains trapped in an unground state. To truly eliminate commercial costs, you must understand that a chicken is fundamentally different from every mammal on your property because she completely lacks teeth. She cannot chew her grain, she cannot masticate her clover, and her stomach acids alone are completely insufficient to break through the tough, fibrous outer cellulose walls of wild weed seeds or coarse backyard grasses. To solve this design problem, nature equipped the chicken with an incredibly powerful, specialized muscular organ known as the gizzard, or the ventriculus. The gizzard functions exactly like an ancient, heavy stone millstone. When a hen swallows her food, it passes through her crop and enters this thick-walled muscular pouch, which is naturally filled with small, hard, angular stones that the bird has intentionally swallowed from her environment. The dense muscles of the gizzard contract with immense physical force, rolling the sharp stones against the grain and grass, completely pulverizing the material until it becomes a smooth, easily digestible paste that the rest of the tract can instantly utilize. Over a period of around 3 to 4 weeks of continuous grinding, the stones inside the gizzard constantly rub against one another, gradually losing their sharp, jagged edges and wearing down into smooth, rounded, tiny particles. Once these stones become smooth, they lose their ability to crush food efficiently and are naturally passed out through the bird's droppings. This means your flock requires a constant, rolling replacement supply of fresh, sharp stones to keep their internal milling factory operating at peak performance. If your chickens enjoy total free-range access across several acres of diverse land, they will easily find these stones on their own. However, if you keep your 4 to 10 hens inside a secure, confined backyard run, a hidden crisis occurs. Within the first 2 weeks of being placed in that run, the hens will have scanned every square inch of the ground and swallowed every single usable pebble available. Once that supply is gone, they are completely trapped. In this scenario, you become their official exclusive rock supplier. If you do not actively bring new stones into their environment, their internal engine stalls, their feed conversion efficiency drops, and they begin wasting expensive feed because their bodies cannot crack the hulls of the grain they eat. The commercial feed store will gladly sell you a solution to this problem by offering a heavy $5 bag of poultry grit, which consists of nothing more than machine-crushed granite shipped from hundreds of miles away. Paying money for common stones is completely unnecessary when your local landscape is overflowing with the exact material your birds need. Your specific task for this weekend is to take an empty plastic bucket and take a short 10-minute walk down to the nearest natural watercourse, creek bed, riverbank, or even a local gravel driveway washout. Look closely at the areas where moving water naturally sorts the sediment, washing away the fine, muddy silt and leaving behind clean, sharp, coarse sand. Look for tiny angular pebbles that measure roughly 2 millimeters in width, which is approximately the size of a whole black peppercorn. These stones have been fractured by natural forces, leaving behind sharp, crystalline edges that are absolutely perfect for a gizzard mill. Scoop up a few pounds of this raw river grit and carry it back to your homestead. When you return to your coop, simply scatter a few handfuls of this water-washed river gravel directly across the floor of the run. You will immediately notice the hens rush toward the pile, clucking with excitement and aggressively swallowing the stones as if they were pieces of high-value grain. They are not acting out of confusion. They are responding to an intense internal craving for the tools required to process their diet. Think about this from a broader perspective and challenge the conventional wisdom that has been pushed by commercial agricultural companies for the last several decades. Ask yourself a simple, honest question. Have you ever seen a wild turkey, a wild quail, or a wild pheasant standing in a neat line at a commercial feed store waiting for a clerk to carry out a paper sack of sterilized crushed granite? These wild birds survive, produce thick shells, and maintain flawless plumage across generations by interacting directly with the natural geology of the earth beneath their feet. Your backyard hens possess those exact same ancient biological mechanisms, and they are simply waiting for you to fulfill your role as their provider. By implementing these 3 simple adjustments, You effectively transition your entire backyard poultry operation away from a dependent, consumer-focused model and into a resilient, self-sustaining loop. You achieve a state of total mineral independence defined by 3 diacritic zeros. You experience $0 spent on commercial calcium by establishing a continuous recycling loop with your kitchen countertop waste. You experience $0 spent on external parasite management and internal detoxification by utilizing the clean gray ash from your firewood. Finally, you experience $0 spent on digestive efficiency by taking a brief walk to gather the sharp stones shaped by the local waterways. Your household trash bin, your fireplace hearth, and your surrounding landscape are not empty spaces of waste. They constitute a fully functional, highly localized mineral warehouse that is completely free for you to access. This mineral strategy does not exist in a vacuum. It represents the foundational pillar of a complete, zero-cost management philosophy for small-scale poultry production. It integrates directly into the system we built in the previous video, raising 20 meat broilers to full weight without purchasing a single handful of commercial feed. When you pair that zero-cost feed framework with this zero-cost mineral loop, you effectively opt out of the commercial supply chain entirely. Small-scale meat and egg production becomes incredibly efficient the moment you stop throwing your resources in the trash. As you look over your own backyard setup today, I want to leave you with one open question to consider. Of these 3 zero-cost minerals we have covered, which one feels like it has the highest personal barrier to entry or the highest threshold of persuasion for you to try? And what specific doubt is keeping you from testing it out with your own flock this afternoon?